And
well, I mean, then I did fall off and to do the... That's right.
crossed over in my lounge room. Shit, I forgot about that.
Because I woke and I thought you were Satan.
Yeah, I always get that, don't I?
Yeah.
I needed to reconcile that.
You've had that a few times.
I think that's over now for me, but yeah, I think I often...
Well, other people have
there's just been...
thought you were Satan.
There's been a few times, not that directly, and by the way,
Yeah.
you didn't say that at the time, and you never used
I was
the S word.
definitely fucking thinking it.
You were thinking the S word.
I was thinking it, yeah.
Like
I was
that
sitting on your couch
particular-
and I looked at you and I remember...
You didn't just think I was a bit of a jerk, you thought I was literally the embodiment of all evil.
Yeah,
That's what you thought.
something like that.
That should be insulting. I
Well,
don't know why
look,
I'm
there's a
not
story
offended.
attached to this.
Yeah, well,
Hey, look, hold on. I think maybe Satan is unfairly thought of in such terms. You know, if we look at over time how the sort of character he was.
yeah, well,
I was thinking of you like that as a educated man.
that's a bit like...
It was still, yeah. I mean, it's sketchy.
I'll buck the trend a bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I don't know. I mean, I could probably
Not the.
do without that as the...
Yeah, sorry.
Like,
I mean, I'm not here doing this podcast. I didn't agree to do this podcast with you as a sort of
to bring this up.
deal with the devil, so to speak.
Just finally, like, look, I just wanted to tell you something. I thought this was the best way.
I was also under the influence of ayahuasca when I had... DMT.
Well,
when I had
the active
this,
component in as shorter acting, but
Yeah.
same thing. Okay, well, that's terrifying. Sorry about that if I came off a bit Satan-y.
There's a whole lot of context
Sorry
required.
for
to that,
being
that
a
we
bit
don't
Luciferian on you that night. All I did was pack your thing
You know
with
what?
the stuff you said you
No,
wanted
okay.
to smoke. I was a bit encouraging about it, though. It's the peer pressure thing. That'll make you Satan like that when someone's too high. If you peer pressured them into that brownie,
you probably need a story.
You're the
the
yes
full
man.
story attached to this. But in essence, I had come out of this bonkers
Experience.
as fuck like trip,
yeah,
and was still whilst seeing reality like it hadn't quite ended. And I'm sort of relaying this, to you in my half sort of, baked state still. And I think you're trying to reassure me because I'm saying like,
yeah. I
that
always
is
get
so.
thought of, yeah.
That is. I'm
It's
like
the reassuring,
I'm
guys.
like,
Don't do that. If
like-
they're freaking out and you reassure, you're Satan in their mind. This happened to me definitely more than once.
I'm reconciling with what had just happened to me,
And I'm just being like, it's all good,
that was
man."
so fucked. What the fuck? Like, and I'm perplexed. I'm like, and you're sitting there across from me, sort of, I guess, trying to maintain this somewhat calm and, and he's saying, well, is it so crazy? Or, is it? And I was like, what the fuck, dude? Like, what do you mean is it so crazy? I saw my face spread across the apex of a cavern and multiply 1 billion times and then shatter. And then I was in a surgically sterile white room with a elf fiddling with a control panel while I was in a pod. Like, and then I come back down to earth and, is that so crazy?
Maybe that was a little bit minimizing the experience that I didn't even know
that was.
about.
So I think it was in that moment when you were...
Bit insensitive.
No, I didn't think
ipso facto,
insensitive.
Satan.
My conclusions at that point was like,
You're behind it, you
this
son of a bitch.
motherfucker knows and he's behind it.
Yeah, don't act like you know what's going on if someone's having a full shattering of all sense of
reality yeah.
experience. Maybe don't act like you were completely on board with that the whole time when they come back to reality. Maybe that's the wrong
So
moment.
I guess the interpretation of that point was like, yeah, is it so crazy? This is just, maybe this is actually the, maybe this is the actual reality and you've just been failing to see it, and it's like you need to reconcile with that,
Which is probably what I meant, but I don't even know what you went through. Why am I saying I'm trying to be comforting?
But when I'm hearing it, I'm thinking you do know what I'm talking about.
Well, I'm making it sound like I do.
Yeah, you do. You are. Yeah, I guess that was the mistake.
Yeah, and I think
I guess maybe if there's a lesson from this podcast,
that
is completely devoid from the main topic,
which is I finally met Aubrey Marcus, which I haven't directly talked about yet. But we've done a lot of preamble. Don't overcome.
Don't try and empathise with a situation that you don't understand.
That's bad. Yeah,
and then
implicate yourself as part of the Machine Elf community. Yeah, fair.
As an ambassador of the Machine Elf community.
What's so bad about it?
Yeah, come on.
We've been doing it your whole life.
You know what? We got some space.
Yeah. Join us.
You can move on up in
At
here.
least I didn't say join us. Like.